In this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate the area of a trapezia. Now, a trapezia has the special properties of a quadrilateral where two sides of them are parallel and two sides of them are not, like the one that I've got here. Now, there's three pieces of information that we need to know to be able to calculate the area of a trapezia. The first two pieces of information we need to know are the length of each of the parallel sides, which we refer to as A and B. And the third piece of information that we need to know is the distance between these parallel sides at right angles to them. So we refer to this distance between them as our height, which we give the letter H. Now, in order to calculate the area of a trapezia, it is equal to the average of the lengths of the parallel sides multiplied by the distance between the parallel sides. Now, if we look at the letters that we use to name these things, the average length of the parallel sides can be found by adding the length of this one with the length of this one, so A plus B, and then dividing by 2. So this area is equal to A plus B, all divided by 2, but then we need to multiply by the distance between the parallel sides, which is our height here. So it's multiplied by H. So now, let's use the formula to calculate the area of a trapezia with an example problem. Now, in this problem I've got here, we've got a quadrilateral where it doesn't actually directly indicate we've got two parallel sides. However, what it does tell us is that this side here is at right angles to these two sides here. What that means is these two sides must be parallel with each other. So what we've got here is a trapezium. So the first thing that we need to do is identify the information that we have. Now, the side lengths of our trapezium here is the 5 and the 20. So A is equal to 5 meters and our B is equal to 20 meters. Now we need to look at the distance between them, which we refer to as our height, which in here is 10 meters. Now that I've got all our information, we need to make sure they're all in the same units. In this case, they're all in meters, so we don't need to do any conversions here. So instead, we write our formula out for the trapezia, the area of one, which is area equals A plus B divided by 2, so the average of our lengths of the parallel sides, all multiplied by our height. So this is equal to A, which is 5, plus B, which is 20, divided by 2, multiplied by the distance between them, or the height, which is 10. So as we simplify this, this is going to be 25 divided by 2, multiplied by 10. 25 divided by 2 is 12.5, and this is going to be multiplied by 10. So, therefore, our area is equal to 125, and we look at our units here, which was meters, so square meters. Now, to summarise, a trapezia is a quadrilateral or a four-side shape that has two parallel sides and two non-parallel sides. We find the area of the trapezia by finding the average length of the parallel sides, so these two sides, and multiplying that with the distance between the parallel sides, which we refer to as the height. So area can be found by A plus B, so that adding the two lengths of the parallel sides together, dividing by 2 to find the average, and then multiplying by the height. Now, if we're ever given a trapezium, to solve it, we first need to identify the information that we have and ensure that it's in the same units. After we've done that, we write down the area formula for our trapezia and we substitute the values into our formula and solve that till we find the area of the trapezia.